Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So everyone, welcome to 10-day online training on. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. I think there is some issue with my network. So welcome everyone to 10-day online training on statistical method and SPSS. So before starting the session, let me just give you an intro about SIAS Research Forum. Let me just share my screen. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then let me start. So Spark Institute of Advanced Science, SIAS Research Forum, it's an online-based platform for giving guidance to students and teachers doing their research work. We provide academic coaching, workshop training, collaborations, research consultancy, etc. We provide coaching sessions for competitive exams such as GATE, IIT, JAM, CUSET, etc. And some of the previous workshops that we have conducted, I hope it's visible. Hands-on training on ChemDraw and ChemSketch, online chemistry teaching, wheel refinement of powder XRD data, Python coding program, element analysis workshop, COMSOL multiphysics. We also conducted a basic stock market and a webinar on higher secondary education in Ireland, training on advanced molecular training on origin for software, and workshop on difference management software. So all these classes YouTube sessions are available. If you want it, you can get the access to it via our website. And we have also done collaboration through various colleges in Kerala, West Bengal, and Tamil Nadu. These are the list of some of the colleges we have done. And the industry collaborations include those. And these are the publications by SIAS, done by our directors and colleagues. So this is just an intro of the institute. If you want to be a member, you can get the membership details through our website. Students get a 10% discount and other faculty members get a 20% discount for our further classes. So that's all about the intro. Now let's get into our session. The session is of two parts, basic statistical methods and SPSS. First session will be held by Dr. Sir Nawaz, and the second session is by Sir Nitin. So today's session, Mr. Nawaz is handling it. Mr. Nawaz is currently doing his PhD in econometrics in Aligarh Muslim University. He's qualified his CSR net in mathematical science, GATE in mathematics, and GATE in statistics. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of SIAS. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As Wafa said, my name is Nawaz. I'm doing my research in Aligarh Muslim University, and my research topic is Bayesian econometrics modeling. In the new 21st century, in the era of data, we all hear about subcodes. Data is the oil and data science is its combustion engine which drives it. Another quote is data science is the future, and another quote, data science is the sexiest job in 21st century. These quotes are famous quotes. These quotes describe the potential of data analysis and data science. In one article, said that over 75% of users watch movies in Netflix because of Netflix recommendation engines, that they use artificial intelligence techniques to recommend through YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. Due to that recommendation engine, over 75% of people watch Netflix movies. And another study said that in Amazon, over 35% of Amazon revenue is generated from its recommendation engine. So these all examples tell us how data influence our real world. So today we are here to study the basics of data analysis. So before we enter into SPSS, we need to know some basics of statistics. It is very necessary to understand what we are going to do in SPSS. So what is really SPS statistics means? Statistics is simply we have a population. We are taking the sample from the population and analyze the sample using a different statistical or mathematical methods. Then we infer the results. Using the mathematical and statistical methods we are using that, we infer the results which is helpful for our real world. For example, a researcher is interested to check the variation in diabetic level in male and female. He needs to check whether there is any statistical difference between diabetic level in male and female diabetic patients. So suppose that he take a population has Ames Delhi, set of all diabetic patients in Ames Delhi. Okay, so he take the population as a set of all diabetic patients in Ames Delhi, and he take the sample using, there are different sampling methods we are discuss about later. He take the sample and analyze the sample using different statistical methods such as t-test, z-test, or some other non-parametric test can be used. Using that test, he interpret that whether there is any difference between diabetic level in male and female diabetic patients, or there can be two inferences is possible, whether there is any difference in the diabetic level of male and female diabetic patients, or there is no difference between uh, diabetic level in male and female diabetic patients. Okay, so when we are taking a sample from the population, one second. Screen. I think the screen is showing. Hello. My screen is visible. Okay. So for taking a sample from our population, there are different. Sorry. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Okay.
Hello, sir, please put
Uh,
screenshot mode. Slide mode.
Full screen. Okay.
Slide mode.
Okay. Actually, it is screenshots are there, photos.
Okay,
Is
sir.
it not visible?
Visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So when we are taking samples from our population, there are different sampling methods are used. The first one is simple random sampling. Another sampling method is hello. Hello, I'm audible. Is it fine?
Yeah, please continue. It's audible.
Okay.
With the screen.
Okay. Okay. So different sampling methods are we are used. One is simple random sampling. Another one is stratified random sampling and cluster sampling and systematic random sampling are uh, some of the few sampling methods, some of the important sampling methods. First of all, simple random sampling. What is simple random sampling? In simple random sampling, all subsets of the frame are given an equal probability. That is, in our population, each unit have equal chance of equal probability of occurrence. In our example, we are take our population as men diabetic patients and female diabetic patients. So in each of the person, each of the diabetic patient have equal chance of occurrence. Then we can do the simple random sampling. Uh, when there is a number of male diabetic patients is 50 and a number of female diabetic patients are also 50, then the probability of a male diabetic patient is 1/2. If our random samples total population size is 100, then our probability of male diabetic patient is 15/100 is equal to 1/2, and probability of female patient is also equal to 15/100 is equal to 1/2. In that case, each unit of that population have equal chance of occurrence. Therefore, at that time we can choose a simple random sampling. Now, what is the advantages of simple random sampling? In simple random sampling, there is only minimal knowledge of population is needed and easy to analyze the data. Because of we are using minimal knowledge about the population, that's why there is a large risk of random error happens. Therefore, researcher does not directly use simple random sampling for their research purpose. And another sampling method is stratified random sampling. When population is divided into two or more groups called strata. That is, in our example, our population is a set of all diabetic male patients and set of all diabetic female patients. Our sample size is 100. Population size is suppose 100. Then there is suppose that there is 60 patients are male patients and 40 patients are female patients. Then the probability of male patients is 60/100, that is 0.6, and probability of female patient is 40/100 is equal to 0.4. Therefore, in that case, we can't do a simple random sampling because each unit of the population have not an equal chance of occurrence. So in this case, we need to our population is heterogeneous. We need to make the heterogeneous population into homogeneous. For that, we are making our population into stratas. Here, we are making our population into two stratas. One strata is set of all male patients, and one strata is set of all female patients. In first strata, there are 60 male patients, and in second strata, in female patients, there are 40 female patients are there. From each stratas, we are taking sampling using the previously said, using simple random sampling from each strata, we are taking samples. Okay, so in stratified random sampling, the advantages are it assures a representation of all groups in a sample population, and it characterizes of each stratum can be estimated and comparison can be made. That is, we can compare the male patient stratum and female patient stratum, and also we can assure the representation of all groups in our sample population. And the disadvantages are we need to know the exact number of peoples in each stratum, and stratified list is costly to prepare. These are the main disadvantages in stratified random sampling. And another random sampling is a cluster sampling. In cluster sampling, the population is divided into subgroups, like families or something like that. So, for example, in cluster sampling, we are interested to know the internet usage in cities. So, we have some cities, for example, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, Meerut, Agra, Lucknow, etc. There are cities. So, we need to what we are going to do is we consider each cities as clusters. That is, Delhi is a cluster, Chennai is a cluster, Bangalore is a cluster, and from that clusters we select clusters as using simple random sampling. We collect clusters. That is our sample. Then we analyze the sample using statistical methods. Now, the advantages of cluster sampling are it can estimate characteristics of both cluster and population. And the disadvantages are the cost to reach an element to sample is very high. So the next type of sampling method is systematic random sampling. In systematic random sampling, we are order all units in the sampling frame. That is, for example, we have a population of 500 people, and we need to collect a sample of, we have a population of 5,000 people, and we need to collect a sample of 500 people. So we number each unit of our population into 1 to 5,000. And then we are using the sampling is done by the every nth number, in the sense that every 10th person is collected to our sample. That is, 10th person is selected, and 20th person is selected, then 30th person is selected, and 40th person is selected. Similarly, till 10 to 5,000. Therefore, then we will get the sample of what we are expecting sample we will get from that. So the advantages of a systematic random sampling is it is a moderate cost and moderate usage, and it helps simple to draw samples and easy to verify. Okay, and the disadvantages of the systematic random sampling are periodic ordering is required. So these are the some sampling methods we just discussed, and now we are moving into SPSS. So it is an introduction to SPSS. What basically SPSS is a statistical package for the social sciences. It's from the name, it is clear that the SPSS is made for social science students. But nowadays, it is widely used in every field, such as medical, engineering, arts, and science. In every other areas, SPSS is used for data analysis. Okay, it helps us to processing questionnaires and reporting tables and graphs, and analyze different descriptive statistics and chi-square test correlation, regression, analysis of variance, ANOVA, and hypothesis testing, and time series analysis, etc. So the SPSS is basically owned by a company IBM, and it is also known as name of PASO, Predictive Analytics Software for Apple users. So we previously discussed what is statistics. Statistics is a set of mathematical techniques used to summarize our research data and determine whether data supports the researcher's hypothesis or not. And there are two types of statistics. One is descriptive statistics and other one is inferential statistics. What descriptive statistics means, if we have a variable and we need to know the summary of that variable, that is the maximum of that variable or minimum of, we are interested to analyze the mark in a class. So we have a variable, the mark in a class. So we need to know the maximum mark obtained in the classroom and minimum marks obtained in the classroom, and the mean of the total number of marks, and median of the total number of marks, the standard deviation, variance, skewness, kurtosis, and mode also. It's come under a descriptive statistics. That is the characteristics of that variable. And in inferential statistics, use observation to allow us to predictions or inferences about a situation that has not yet occurred. In inferential statistics that we previously said, using different statistical methods, we are making inferences from that our result, or we are making predictions from that result. For example, in stock market, hello, am I audible? Hello? In stock market, if we need to analyze or predict the next 1 month pattern of that stock, we are using our previous data. So in that time, it is come under in inferential statistics. So for example, they're given I cycle about 50 kilometers per week on average. Okay, so it is an average, and it is the summary of that is data which is come under descriptive statistics, and we can expect a lot of rain this time of year. That is from the previous data, he is predicting that we can expect a lot of rain this time of year. So it will come under inferential statistics. Okay. So basically, we know that a research process consists of problem definition, research objective, desk research, and field research. In field research, there is a qualitative and quantitative also, and collecting and analyzing data, and writing and presenting the final research report. So statistics come into play when we are starting to collect our data, or we are starting to write our questionnaire. Okay, so SPSS actually come into picture after data has been collected by, let's say, if data is collected to questionnaires, then after collecting the data, SPSS come into picture, and SPSS help us to translate the questionnaire translate the questionnaire into codes and enter the data in SPSS. Then questions in the questionnaire are mapped into variable in SPSS. That is, each of in our questionnaire, each of the variables are mapped as variables in SPSS. That's, for example, uh, we are asking, our question is about age. Then age is marked as a variable, and gender, if we are asked a question as gender, and then gender is marked as a variable, then height of a student, then height is marked as a variable, and weight is also marked as a variable. It's like that. If how many questions are in our question, each questions are marked as each variables in SPSS. So important factors to consider before data entry into SPSS. There are question response formats we need to consider, and scale characteristics and level of measurement is also we need to consider. That is, there are different type of question response formats can be of the following types. Question response format may be closed-ended or open-ended with a numerical response, or open-ended with a text response, or multiple response questions also there present. So what is a closed-ended response? So a closed, for example, there is a question asked in a questionnaire that how is your satisfaction with customer service of the staff of Axis Bank? So the response can be excellent, good, bad, or very bad. So the question was made of the answer respondent can respond. Give options to respond. So it is a closed-ended. In SPSS, we are coding it by 1 for excellence, and 2 for good, and 3 for bad, and 4 for very bad. It is not necessary. It is not necessary that it should be in increasing order. Means it should be in the same order. Maybe one can be very bad, 2 can be bad, 3 can be good, and 4 can be excellent. But it should be in order because it is an ordinal data. So it is an example of closed-ended response format. And another closed-ended response format is gender. Gender can be female and male. Here we are coded as 1 for male and 2 for 1 for female and 2 for male. We can also code 0 for male and 1 for female. Whatever it is not necessary to code 1, 0, 1, or 2. It is not necessary to code like that. So these are the closed-ended response format. And another open-ended with numerical response. That is the open-ended, the respondent can respond without any limitations. Okay, for example, what is your average expenditure in a restaurant on a weekly basis? So respondent can respond as 100 rupees per week, or 1,000 rupees per week, or also 10,000 rupees, whatever he can respond. He have no limitations. So it is also the response is in numeric value. That's why it is an open-ended with a numeric response. Okay, or another example is, for how many years have you been registered as a student at Aligarh Muslim University? It is also an open-ended question because it have no limitation. Maybe the student studied for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 10 year, whatever. So it is also a numeric response. That's why it is an open-ended with a numerical response. And another type is open-ended with text response. That is, I would like to have the product range extended with the following products, or also, and it is also come under an open-ended text response. Okay, so these are the different type of response types. And another important thing before we need to consider before entering data into SPSS is our level of measurement. That is, there are three level of measurement. There, one is nominal, other is ordinal, and third one is scale. And what is nominal? type nominal means an object or people are categorized according to some criteria. For example, it may be gender, a job, a category, or name, and whatever. It will comes under nominal scale. And another next one is ordinal scale. And in ordinal scale, categories which are ranked according to characteristics. Before we discussed that the customer satisfaction in the bank. So our response was in an order. That is, it may be very good, good, bad, or very bad, or vice versa. Means very bad, bad, good, or very good. So it is in an order. Therefore, we need to consider it as an ordinal variable. So, for example, income low, moderate, high. Income can be low or moderate or high. It is in an order. Therefore, it is called an ordinal data. And interval data. Interval data contain equal distance between units of measure. For example, marks of students in a class. It can be interval as 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 20, 30 to 40, etc. It's an interval. Also, ratio has an absolute zero and consistent intervals. For example, a distance, weight are also come under ratio scale. In SPSS, there are only three scales. One is nominal scale, and the second one is ordinal scale, and interval and ratio scale are under scale category. Okay. So, coding data into the SPSS. So we are moving into our SPSS. I hope everyone downloaded the SPSS software. Okay. So I'm taking the downloaded file that here in this name, and if someone downloaded and not extracted the file, then please extract it and then move to SSC client this file, and then open the file and auto run the file. Sorry. Inside Windows, there is a setup, and please click to setup and run the file. So here the options are install IBM SPSS Statistics 26 install instruction. So I'm clicking into install IBM SPSS Statistics. Now just click to next button, and I accept the terms in the license agreement. Click next and install IBM SPSS Essential for Python. Yes, and type next, and I accept the terms in the license agreement. Click next. Then also I accept the terms in the license agreement. Click next and click next. Install. Actually, it will take some time. I hope everyone is doing it.
Sir, I couldn't do it. Can you please help me to how to do that?
Sure. What is the problem you are facing?
I just downloaded the file, but I'm
Okay.
getting cracked.
Okay, actually, you extracted the file.
I just downloaded the thing.
Okay, so please extract the file first. Go to the file, right click and extract the file. Like I'll show you. Actually the file may be like this, right? So
Yes.
so you need to extract the file, extract all. Okay, right click and extract all. Then it will extract in the same download folder. Did you extract it?
It is 99%.
Okay.
Sir, done.
Okay, then you just go through the folder, this folder, get in topic. Okay, then there is IBM SPSS statistics, and then you just click into SSC SS client 26.
Okay.
Okay, after that you got like this message,
Okay.
and then open it, and then go to Windows, and there is a setup. Okay. Okay, then using setup, please click yes. Then your spaces will be installed.
Okay, done, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So after that, actually, it is a cracked version. So we need to it actually SPSS is a paid software. So here we have the crack code is available in IBS crack folder. We need to do is this file. We need to copy it and paste into our program files. That is in our IBM SPSS 26. We need to just go to IBM SPSS 26 and open file location, and again go to open file location, and we need to paste our that copied file here in this folder. Okay, so when you are pasting it, so it's there, and we need to continue, and now it is ready to start our SPSS 26. Here we just need to avoid this. Just click on authorize user license and next just cancel it. Okay.
So can you repeat once again?
The total process or
No, so I just installed the IBM SPSS. So after, can you just explain how to do it? Next step.
okay. Actually, in our downloaded file, there are after installing SPSS, just in our
Sir, please
download.
show Google, sir. Google.
Sorry,
Google, sir. How you download?
I'm not hearing.
Sir, please show the Google, sir.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Sir, how to download the software, SPSS software?
Okay. Actually, there is. Actually, I shared the link in WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Can you hear
Just a
me?
minute, sir. I will.
It's actually shared in group.
So we joined late. Can you share it again?
Okay. I'll
Please
share it.
answer in
Reshare
same,
it.
sir.
Hello.
Ah,
Sir, while installing this command font came up. What to do there? cmd.exe. It came.
okay. It will vanish shortly. Please wait.
Okay.
I shared the link in WhatsApp group. Please click on it. It will take time. I think it is almost 2.5 GB.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
So can you repeat once again, sir?
Okay, you downloaded it.
Yes, I already downloaded. So can you just tell me the next step?
Okay. So go to the download file and then just we first before it is an zip file, we need to extract it using extract all. Then
Okay.
we get this folder and
Mhm.
go through this folder and go to SSC client 26. Then enter and open it. Okay, so there is a folder inside Windows. There is setup is there. So go through this and your SPSS will be installed. After that, you need to go back and for cracking our software. So this file LLSERVRC, just
Okay.
copy it.
1 second, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ah.
So just copy this file and then paste it into or go to IBM SPSS and right click, open the file location. Then again, just open
One
the file.
second. So can you tell me once again the after the crack?
After crack, just copy the file, a crack file. Okay. Do you got the when you start IBM SPS Statistics 26? There is a crack folder. There
Okay,
is
copy.
this file. Just copy it.
Mm.
Okay. Just copy it and go to our file location, SPSS file of 26 file location.
Okay.
Using your right click and open file location. Then again go SPSS Statistics 26 open file location. Then you need to paste that file here. Okay, just paste it here. When we are pasting it, it will show like this. Just click on continue, and it will be pasted. So let us take a 5-minute break. I hope everyone will do it. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, after the command prompt run, now it is showing product authorization. So it
Okay,
will be
you
next.
just click on the first link is I think
Yes, it is already clicked.
just next and cancel the wizard.
Cancel.
Okay.
Then yes, please
The-
register the product as soon as possible.
No, just avoid the messages.
Okay. Sir, it is showing, are you sure you want to exit the license authorization with wizard? It will be yes, right?
Yes.
Sir, can you just show me where to copy once again? Basically, this was running and I couldn't open that.
Okay. Actually, first you go to the file where we extracted file
Huh?
and go through it. There is a folder crack.
1 second.
Just copy the LSER VRC file. Just copy it. Okay.
Yes.
Just copy it and then go to our SPSS 26 file location. Open, just right click here and open file location.
So where to find that? The file.
Actually, in your search button, there
Huh.
will be IBM SPSS Statistics 26. Okay.
So I'll be going to the file location, right?
You will go to the file location, open the file location.
Yes.
And then here the IBM SPS 26 is here, and you again go to open the file location and just save the copied file here.
Sir, in crack.
Yeah. This file LSERVRC file.
Sir,
Just
it is
copy.
already there in crack.
Okay.
LSERVRC.
Okay, then no
This is
problem.
already there inside the crack thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So then just close it and start the IBM SPSS Statistics 26.
Okay.
Let's take a 3-minute break. After that, we will continue it. Hello, I hope everyone installed the software. So we are moving to SPSS. So basically, in SPSS, there are two type of views. One is data view, and another one is variable view. And there is also another window is output view is also present. In variable view, there are variable name and the type of the variable, width, decimal of the variable, and label of the variable, values and missing values column, align and measure. In measure, we are previously discussed the scale, which scale is in measure. For example, we are considering age. Age as our variable name, and enter age. So what type of variable it is? Actually, age is a numeric variable. In just click on it, we can see the different type of variables. That is comma, dot, scientific notation, date, dollar, custom currency, string, restricted numeric, etc. So age is actually numbers, therefore it is considered as a numeric variable. Basically, we uses numeric and string variables. String variable means there is the response is in alphabetic alphabetic name. So when then for example name is considered as string. Okay. So if we have any decimal in age, we put the decimal number as 2, or if not, then it's please do it as it is. And label, if we need to give any label name for age, then we can give it as, if needed, then give any label name. And for if values, for example, values variable is binary, then put 0 as means, for example, gender, put 0 for female, or and 1 for male if needed. Okay, just like that. Here we are defining our gender variable. Gender is also a numeric variable, and it is decimal is 0, and I label it as a gender. And, the values put, I give 1 for male and 0 for female, and let's click on OK. So when I defining in the place of a female, I put a value 0, and in the place of male, I put a value of 1, and the missing values, if any, then please define it. And then we are moving to another important column is measure. So what measure it is? So we previously said that there are 3 type of measures. That is, one is scale, and another one is ordinal, and third one is nominal. In scale, there are contains ordered format, such as we are discussed that the customer satisfaction, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is an ordered. So at that time, we put this measure as an ordinal data, and nominal when there is objects or people are categorized according to some criteria such as gender, job, category, name, all are considered as a nominal variable.
Sir,
Okay.
hello. Sir, while doing this, whatever I'm putting in the columns, it is showing variable data exceeded, maximum number of variables exceeded.
Sorry?
Whatever, like whenever I'm typing these things into the column, it is showing maximum number of variables exceeded.
Maximum number of variables exceeded.
Yes, maximum number of variables exceeded. Like I can put in or type the age or whatever in the columns.
Okay.
Shall I?
Which means I do. Did you say that in the variable name? If you are
Yes, sir.
okay. I'm going to it. When we are typing uh, variable name, there is some rules to type variable names. Name must be begin with a letter. Okay, and names must not be end with any period, and names must be no longer than 8 characters. Okay, please take care. There be no longer than 8 characters, and name cannot contain blank spaces. That if there is any spaces in the name, let's suppose A, B, and I space B, then variable name contains an illegal character. It will come like this.
Sir, can I share my screen? I am typing the same thing only, but it is showing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sir, is my screen visible?
No.
Sir, here,
Yeah.
suppose
Yeah.
I'm just typing age.
Hmm.
Okay. And here, showing this constantly.
Maximum number of variables 6. Need to check it actually. When I'm typing, there is no problem. What happened actually? Please close it and just reopen it. Maybe.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So please take care of when we are typing our variable name to avoid spaces and commas, and name must be unique. That is, the similar variable name cannot be re-entered. That is, if I re-enter age, then it will show like this. This variable name is duplicate and existing variable name. So there is in SPSS name are variable name are not case sensitive. That is, we can write our variable name as mark if our variable name is mark and it is capital. Whatever it is, it is not a case sensitive. Okay, so I'm defining another variable mark and the variable that customer satisfaction we are discussed before, the satisfaction. It is a numeric variable, and if there is any decimals, then put it as it is. If there is not, then put as 0, and if any label, then give any label as satisfaction. And here we have the levels, so we need to define our level. That one for very good, and 2 for good, and 3 for bad, and 4 for very bad. So these are the customer satisfaction of a particular bank. That is, it is ordered. It is ordered as a decreasing order of satisfaction, and click OK. Then it is values are here, and there is no missing values, and we need to define the what is the measure it is. So what is the measure it is? Actually, satisfaction is a ordinal data, and it have an order of measurement. Therefore, we define it as an ordinal variable. And mark is a we previously discussed, mark is a interval data, therefore it is considered as a scale variable. And gender is not an ordinal variable, because it is not an order here, whether 0 is female or 1 is male, there is no problem. There is a not an increasing or decreasing order, therefore we consider it as a nominal variable. Okay, mark is a numeric data, therefore it's considered as scale variable. Now we can, if needed, we can define any label here as mark. Now this variable view can be seen in data like this. Okay, so our data age variable may be 23. So here we, in the age variable, we define variable view as 2 decimal places. If we not needed, then put it as 0, then it will show no decimal here. Okay, and our data may be 30, 45, etc. are there. And gender, I define the gender as 0 for female and 1 for male. Okay, so 0 for male and 1 for randomly I'm giving it, and 0 for male. Okay, and mark are given by 75 out of 100, 60, 89, 50. Okay. Also here in our variable view, I define 2 decimals. That's why this 200 comes. So if not needed, then just put it as a 0. Then it will vanish out. And our customer satisfaction, just it is a random variable. There is no relation between the variables. Just I wrote it. The customer satisfaction may be very good, maybe very bad, maybe good, maybe bad, maybe good. So it is defined as like 1, 2, 3, 4, because I defined the customer satisfaction as in values. I defined customer satisfaction. 1 is for very good, 2 is for good, and 3 is for bad, and 4 is for very bad. Okay. it is just an illustration of how to enter the data and how to enter the variable in SPSS. So here each variable in our questionnaire, each questions are considered as each variables, and we can define the variables in variable view, and it will show the data view here. And the first row is the variable name, and corresponding data points are the corresponding columns. Now, how to import Excel file into SPSS. So for that, first our Excel file is saved as in their own format .xls or something like that. First go to file and open data. Okay, so here our Excel file type is .xlsx format. Just select it, then it will show one data file I already have in my desktop. So I click on it and open. Then it will run, and it shows that the read variable name from first row of the data. Actually, my Excel file first row is my variable name. So it is shows SL number, linguistic, logical, and Bodley statistics, etc. If I just untick the box, then the variable name vanishes and it shows only V1, V2, V3, etc. further. So just click on it and continue. Just click OK. Then our Excel file is transformed into SPSS data view. As here the main thing to consider is that if we need to define values differently, that is in for gender, my gender is my nominal variable, and it is not SPSS will not define it. I need to define values as if whether I'm using what value for male and female. Now, 0 for male and 1 for female. So I need to define it here. 0 for male, 1 for it is the only thing we need to consider when we are importing our file from Excel. It is not necessary that we need to enter our data in SPSS. If we have an Excel file, it is in .xls or any Excel format, then we can import the data into SPSS using go to file and open data, and just select the what is the type of the file. If .xls, then it will show here. Then go through it. We will get the Excel data into SPSS. We only need to consider the values here and just double check the every scales and nominal ordinal is same here. And there are 30 variables here, and in data view it shows that just we need to go basic about descriptive statistics. So for the linguistic variable, I need to know the maximum value or minimum value, how many times one value is repeating, and mean, standard deviation, skewness, and kurtosis, etc. For that, I'm going to analyze and descriptive statistics. And we can choose both frequencies and descriptive. In frequencies, we get the each number of data points occur how many times. So we go to frequencies, and just I'm checking the variable linguistic here, and just click linguistic and put into variable box. Okay, and now go to statistics. Some options are there. Go to statistics. There is if we need it, then click on the mean of that linguistic variable, and median of the linguistic variable, and also mode of the linguistic variable. And similarly, we can, if needed, we can click on dispersion, standard deviation, variance, range, and minimum, maximum. If needed, then skewness and kurtosis also we can click it. Then continue. And charts, if needed, if we needed any chart like bar chart, pie chart, histogram, I'm just clicking on histogram and just continue it. And if format, if we are considering more than variables, then it is they're saying that ascending or descending format if needed. This is not necessary. If needed, then you can choose it. Then click OK. Then this is the output view in SPSS. So in linguistics, there shows the number of values, number of samples is 640, and there is no missing values, and it shows a mean of 32.61 and a median of 33. Okay, means the mid value is 33 in this data. After actually we are finding median by, if we have a 10 data points, then we write the data points in the increasing order, then find the mid value for the an even even number of data points. The mid value will be in between two data points. So here median gives 33 and mode is 35. What is mode? Mode is actually most frequently occurring data point in a variable data set. Okay, here 35 occur most times. We double check it on frequency table, and standard deviation is given as 5.66 and variance is 32, and also skewness is given as minus 0.83, and kurtosis is minus 0.071. Skewness and kurtosis help us to find whether our data is right skewed or left skewed or normal, right skewed, left skewed, or symmetric. It's the measures are there. If skewness is between 0.5 to 1, then it is if our skewness value is more than below -1 or above 1, then it is heavily skewed. And if it is between -1 to -0.5, then it is moderately skewed. Similarly, if it is between 0.5 to 1, it is moderately skewed. Or if it is between -0.5 to 0.5, we can say that it is symmetric. So here our value is between minus, it is not between, it is between -0.5 and 0.5. Therefore, this variable linguistic can be, we can say that it is not much skewed, it is symmetric. So moving to kurtosis, if the value of kurtosis is greater than 3, it is leptokurtic, and if the value of kurtosis is equal to 3, it is mesokurtic, and if the value of kurtosis is less than 3, then it is platykurtic. Okay, and also range is given here. Range, the minimum value of our linguistic variable is 15 and maximum value is 50. Therefore, range is maximum minus minimum. 50 minus 15 is equal to 35 is here. And also it shows the frequency table. That is These are our each data points, and each data points occur how many times is given here. 15 occur 2 times and 18 occur 1 time. Similarly, we discussed that mode is the most frequently occurring data point. That is, the most times occurred data point is the mode. So which values occurred most time is just for 46 times 35 occurred 46 times in our data point. That's why we said above that 35 is the mode of the set of data. And we also just clicked on the histogram. The result is shown. The x-axis is the linguistic value. It is between 15 to 50, and the y-axis shows the frequency of each data point. And similarly, just I was checked only one variable. We can, if needed, we can check more than one variables. How many variables as we needed? Just linguistic, logical, musical, spatial, naturalistic, professional. How many variables we needed? We can choose it and go to statistics, select what things we are needed, and continue, and put on charts and histogram here. Then continue, put OK. Then it will give the result of all variables at a time. Bodily, kinesthetic, musical, spatial, naturalistic, interpersonal, histograms are here. Okay, so again we move back to analyze, and here some other options are the descriptive also do the same work as frequency does. We just check it, descriptives, and just put a linguistic and logistic kinesthetic here, and just go to options. And here also the mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, variance. Just click on variance, and the range if needed, kurtosis, skewness, and a display order is also given. Just click on continue and click OK. Then it will show also the same type of results here. That descriptives give the sample size, range, minimum, maximum, mean, and standard deviation, variance, skewness, and kurtosis also. The similar way the frequency is given. And some other options are here. The explore, crosstab, tab analysis ratio, PP plot, QQ plots are. QQ plots is very important because for any test we are doing, before that we need to analyze our normality. Some like regression, ANOVA, and Z test. The test first asks the assumption is that normality. For checking the normality, we need to plot using QQ plot, or some other tests are there, Shapirovic test and like that. So we will discuss about it later. And also Crosstab is an option here. Crosstab will give us just click scale variable and one nominal variable, put into columns, and just click OK. Okay, so Crosstab will give us each variable how many times occur in male and female. Okay, so our variables are our linguistic variable between 50 and 50, and each variable means in gender wise how many 15 occur, how many males and how many females. This type of illustration we will get through crosstabs. Okay, anyone have doubts on these topics? Hello.
So can you please repeat again how we can import or export files from files of others like Excel or CSV files to SPSS?
Okay. Okay. So actually, we did that. Just go to File and open data. Then if you have put just go to your folder where your CSV or XLS file. My file is desktop, and just choose file type. Just file type as if your file type is .xls format, then click it. Then it will show here. If otherwise your file format is like .csv or even .text file, then click on it. It will show there, and just click on it, and it will give it and read variable name. If your first column is variable name, then click on this box, and if not, then unclick it and just click and OK. So it will import your Excel file into SPSS, and just double check on the values here. If your value is ordinal or nominal, it will not take as it is. So we need to define it in values column, and just check it on the measures also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anyone doubts? Okay. Tomorrow we will do we need to specify the type of data? A type of data specification is important, because if our data is maybe in alphabetic format, then it is not numeric. It will be in string format, like name. Name is considered as a string format. In any other format, if there is, we have a lot of options here: comma, dot, scientific notation, date, dollar, custom, currency, string, restricted, numeric, etc. So we need to specify it.
So when we are importing this data, other data files from CSV or Excel to this SPSS, this variable we will not get this variable view, or we have to prepare it.
No, we will get the variable view, but we need to double check it. That is the values. This column may be not defined. Like I imported the file, and there is a nominal variable is there. This nominal variable gender. Okay, I defined the gender as values as 0 and 1. So we need to define the gender value of 0 for male and 1 for female, specifically here. It will not take itself. We need to specify it after importing our Excel file. Okay.
One more thing, that we heard that when we are using this cracked version, it is not possible it is not possible to use that while we are connected to internet. Is that right?
No, not actually. Now we are in internet. I think when it in the time, I think installing time maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so we will tomorrow we will discuss some more about graphs, and we are going to hypothesis testing. That's Z test, T test, and other tests. And we also take a real-time example. And if possible, I will share the data in WhatsApp tomorrow morning. And we will go through it and we will understand more about how to do testing after how to do a normality test. If normality assumption not satisfy, what type of test we are going to do. We will discuss more about tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.